when you're looking for more square footage in your home, building up or building out can be quite expensive, but building down can be an option. And today I'm with Rex from
Team Realty Rex.
Team Realty Rex, I like that. So we're in a basement, didn't look like this before. So, and these are some things that people can do and it's not quite as expensive.
Absolutely. Adding on to a house can be very expensive, but filling out a basement, which already exists, is a great opportunity to enhance the house's value without adding too much to the budget.
Okay.
In this case, this space was finished. There were actually 2 columns right here, and this was opened up by adding beams to either sides of the beam that was already there, steel, and spanning the entire space so that there were heavier columns on either side.
So that's one of the tougher things. That's not a do-it-yourselfer.
That's not so much a do-it-yourself item, but it is something that can add a lot of value and really open up the space.
Right.
In this case, here we have something that really enhances value as well and provides a really nice focal point for this, what becomes kind of a family or living room downstairs. And it's about a $1,200 unit. And the build out around it, you can hire somebody to do a really nice craftsman job like this, which really matches this house well. Or you could do something a little more modern, being that you're in a different realm of the home.
Yeah, it's great ambiance.
Absolutely. And it's something, you know, you just hit a light switch and instant romance, just like that.
And this actually was done in the style to maintain in this house. I mean, even the built-ins.
Absolutely. And in this case, they really thought ahead to integrate with the windows in place. This window was actually in place already. This window was added, but it became very symmetrical around what was already the structural chimney supporting what's above.
Okay.
Here, actually, they used on this side the opportunity to install wiring, which would allow for surround sound, as everybody likes to watch football games in the big family room downstairs. So I think that works really well when you have built-ins like this to just plan ahead for that type of thing.
Yeah, always pre-wire. You don't want to be turning your walls down.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you got something great utilizing the space under the stairs for kids.
Absolutely. You know, everybody's got a space underneath their stairs. In this particular situation, it was created into kind of a puppet stage.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun because it can facilitate a little separate area for the children where they can have a playhouse. But it can also be used as storage. All you have to do is pull the drape shut or, you know, add shutters, which gives it the privacy it needs. So it has kind of a multitude of uses.
And you put a green screen in too.
The green screen is a lot of fun. In this case, they have a little pirate puppet, but I can imagine, you know, the rolling sea and the ocean behind the puppet. That could be really great.
Love it. And one of the things that people do like in an area like this is to create a bedroom so when you have guests. So we were able to do that here too?
Absolutely. In this particular situation, there was already a room, but it didn't meet code compliance. So the window would have to be moved to be within 42 inches of the ground. And so with that in mind, they added what I like to jokingly call a karaoke stage. And the karaoke stage just makes it so that that space is 42 inches and you can easily escape in case of a fire.
So some safety issues. So you got there's more area, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's go take a look. All right. So Rex, how difficult is it to put a bathroom in a space like this?
You know, it's not that difficult because you already have the plumbing and you have the sewage down here. And so I highly recommend it. It's a great adaptation for a basement, particularly when you have a guest space down here.
Sure, it makes it a lot nicer for them.
Absolutely.
So a lot of times, you know, the things like your water heater, possibly the heater for the house, the furnace is kind of old and in the way. What can we do about that?
In the past, furnaces used to be as large as like an old Volkswagen. In this case, it's still pretty big because this is a large house, but it's great because the only air intake is here and the exhaust is there and you no longer need a chimney. And the chimney is made of old bricks. You can pull that out. It frees up additional space for ductwork, and it allows you to take those bricks into the yard and use them for garden pavers, which I think is a really nice reuse option.
Okay, and also water heaters are smaller and they can be more efficient too, right?
Absolutely. They pay for themselves over 5 years. In this case, with a tankless water heater, it takes up much less space. You can even get tax incentives for having such a unit. Okay, tax incentives are great, but what I'm talking about great is this. Tell us about this. Everybody loves the wine cellar. In this case, this was a room that was going to be, you know, potentially just a storage space, but it was such an opportunity to take placelessness and turn it into place. And in this case, the woodwork that you see here, a lot of it is just simple off-the-shelf stuff. We have 1x2s, 1x6s that have been stained and put into this configuration to host the wine. Also, a really fun trick is cutting a barrel in half.
I love that.
In this particular situation, they cut it in half and they saved the extra half for the next house.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Rex. I really appreciate you sharing with us how to get efficient use out of space. And should we go get a glass of wine now?
Absolutely.
All right,
let's do it.
Let's go.